Have you ever wondered how an artist goes from just a few scribbles to a picture to this? Or maybe you're just bored and want to watch other people draw, so you don't have to. Well, then you may have come to the right place, because I'm going to show the basics of drawing a face. First things first is you're going to have to recognize that every single thing you draw is going to be a bunch of shapes meshed together to make your basis. And then you're going to want to fade the line art however you deem fit. I have heard every single excuse in the book. And no, this doesn't just apply to digital art. You can use the same method on pencil and paper. However, my phone doesn't have the storage for me to be able to handle making such a big video, so I'm just gonna keep doing it on the computer. Now you may have noticed me making those lines before. You know, the ones right in the middle, making a little bit of a triangle almost, not connected though. These lines are actually used as reference to certain features. You're going to want the nose to be a little bit above the jawbone on the side, or in our case, where the cheek meets the chin. Noses can be drawn in many different ways, but the one I'm showing once again uses shapes to really form the image. Now, that line that rests on top of the forehead line will serve as a guide to where the eyes will rest. Eyes are usually a little bit below the forehead, but you can draw it however you like. Just like pretty much every other facial part, eyes are drawn in varied ways, from simple to more complex. Once you tool around enough with it, you'll figure out your niche. Now that I have the eye shape, you'd expect me to draw in the pupils, right? Wrong. I personally like to figure out the expression before committing to a certain look. As I've said nonstop, mouths can be drawn in a variety of ways, but I like to start with the line in the middle, add the dimples on the side, and move on from there. I drew it too high, so I'm going to move it down a little bit, and on paper you can just erase it and redraw it. There you start to add a little bit of detail, make the cupid's bow, show where the outline of it is, and add some basic details that make it look like lips. With this type of mouth, I can really use the eyes to bring forth the expression of which I'm trying to portray. but this strays a little bit further away from my style that I usually prefer to draw in. So I go back, erase the mouth, and go back to drawing something I'm more comfortable with. It's all personal preference. Now I can start drawing the eyes based around the smile, which in this case would be a little more open to express happiness. Some people prefer to add a lot of detail to the eyebrows. In this case, I did a squiggly line and tried to make it a little more bushier so that it could show some real shape. And then, because I'm lazy, I erased it. And I went on to go to a more simple style. No matter your opinion on eyebrows, a few lines can really make a huge difference. From here, you can bring back a previous layer, or like I said before, you can lightly draw with pencil and create the basics of the hair. Once you're happy with the hair, now you can go over it with a darker line or bold it while cleaning up. Now, since this is a sketch, a nice detail you can add to any work is the shadow. This can make even the simplest line art look more detailed. If you're not sure where to put the shade, that's alright. Usually you put it beneath the hair, right between the point between the nose and the eye, and around the chin. I prefer to color in the eyes last, but if you want to do it beforehand, go off. Since I like doing a cross between realistic and cartoon, I like to shade in half the eye. But you probably shouldn't leave it at that if you don't want them to look like a serial killer. So to make the character look like they're not dead inside, you can add a little bit of a shine to add some life into them. I understand getting into art is scary at first. It's like learning a new language. There's gonna be a lot of reasons for you not to want to pick up the pen and get at it. But just know that this is a learning at your pace kind of deal. There's only one thing you need to fear when becoming an artist, and that is